Welcome to Radio Storytime on CPL Radio. Today's theme is Back to School. Hi, I'm Mrs. K.
And I'm Miss Heidi.
Summer is coming to a close and schools around the country are starting a new school year. This year, many children are returning to in-person learning instead of virtual classrooms that they attended last year because of COVID-19 pandemic. Did you know this isn't the first time children had to stay home and participate in distance learning because of a viral outbreak?
In 1937, polio was on the rise. Schools in Chicago, Illinois were closed to help stop the spread. Parents and educators began to worry about lost instructional time with students. Determined to continue school instruction, then Superintendent William H. Johnson and then Assistant Superintendent Minnie Fallon started an experiment that would use radio and newspapers to bring children their daily lessons.
School by radio programs were well-organized 15-minute segments that were advertised each morning in the morning newspaper. Children would look in the paper to see what radio channel and what time their teacher's segment would air and tune in for their lesson. Daily assignments were also included in the paper for the children to complete.
Today on Radio Storytime, we are not sharing lessons in science or math. Instead, we are sharing fun back-to-school stories to celebrate a new school year. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's selections.
Our first story is School's First Day of School by Adam Rex, published by Roaring Book Press, read by Mrs. K. A sign above the door read, Frederick Douglass Elementary. That's a good name for me, thought the school. Most days, a man named Janitor came to mop the school and buff the floors and wash his windows. This is nice, the school said to Janitor. Just the two of us. Won't be for long, said the janitor. Soon the teachers will come, and then you'll be filled with children. The school creaked. Children? All kinds of children. They'll come and play games and to learn. They came to play games and to learn. Oh, said the school. Will you be here? You'll see me after the school day's over, said Janitor. Don't worry, you'll like the children. But the school thought the janitor was probably wrong about that. Then they came, the children did, and there were more of them than the school could possibly have imagined. They got everywhere. They opened and closed all the doors and the lockers and drank the water from his fountains and played on the jungle gym. So that's what that's for, thought the school. Some of the older kids gathered by the school's back fence and showed each other their bored faces. This place stinks, said one of them. And the school gasped. I hate school, said another with a puffy hair, to the agreement of all of his friends. The school sagged a little more. One very small girl with freckles didn't want to come inside the building school at all. Her mother had to carry her. I must be awful, the school whispered to himself. Later, he squirted the puffy-haired girl in the face at the drinking fountain. Then he felt bad about it afterwards. He watched the kindergarten kids sit on one of the rugs. The teacher said, as we go around the circle, please tell us your name. There was Aiden and Max, Annabella. The small girl with freckles was next, but she wouldn't speak. She only stared at her shoes until the teacher moved on. I don't like school, she whispered into her lap. Well, thought the school, maybe it doesn't like you either. And a Chloe, and a Caden, and an Emma, and another Aiden. The children were in their chairs finally, but just as the school was starting to relax, his fire alarm sounded, and all the children were so excited, and they exited and walked to the other side of the field and stared at him. He was so embarrassed. He held his doors open for them when they returned. Sorry, he said, as the first child entered. Sorry, 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 he told them all, even the girl with the freckles. At 12 o'clock, the school was filled with food. At 12:30, the school was filled with garbage. At one table, a boy told a funny joke, and another boy laughed so hard that milk came out of his nose. Now I'm covered with nose milk, thought the school. He had to admit that it was a pretty funny joke, though. Even the girl with freckles liked it. After lunch, the kindergarten kids learned about shapes. A rectangle has 4 sides, said the teacher. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a square has 4 sides too. In fact, a square is actually a special kind of rectangle. Wow, said the school. I didn't know that. Afterward, the children made pictures with glitter and paste. The girl with freckles made a picture of the school. It looks just like me, thought the school, except glittery. It's like she's known me all my life. Do you think I could have your picture? The teacher asked her. Don't tell anybody, but I think it's the best. The school thought she was probably right about that. The freckled girl smiled when the teacher stuck her drawing onto the school with a pushpin. Ouch, the school said. But he didn't mind, not really. At 3 o'clock, the parents came to pick up the children. At 3:30, the janitor came to pick up the school. I was full of kids, the school told him, and I heard a joke, and I accidentally had a fire drill, but everybody was nice about it, and I listened to a classroom, and I learned about shapes. You had a big day, said janitor. Do you think, the school said, do you think you could invite everybody to come back tomorrow, especially the little freckled girl? Janitor nodded. I'll see what I can do. Later, janitor sat on top of the school, and they watched the sun go down. In the beginning, I didn't know what I was, said the school. I thought I was your house. Nope, said the janitor. I suppose some other place gets to be your house, the school added. Janitor nodded. That's true, but you get to be a school. That's lucky. And the school thought he was probably right about that too. Now a word from our sponsor.
This is Miss Heidi from the Youth Services Department at CPL to tell you about what's happening in the library. Have you been missing Storytime at the library? Storytimes are back beginning the week of September 20th. Wobbler Rhyme Time will be available on Mondays for children 6 to 18 months, Toddler Time on Tuesdays for children 18 to 36 months, and Preschool Story Time for children 3 to 5. Registration is required, so check our online events calendar for openings. Now, here's Mrs. K to tell you about some new offerings in the Children's Department.
Thanks, Miss Heidi. Beginning September 13th, we will have a literacy alcove available for preschoolers. Each month, there will be new literacy activities for our little patrons to explore. This month, the theme of the alcove is farm, to help celebrate the new farm animal and barn play set we have added to the children's area. Now back to our program.
Our second story is Pirates Don't Go to Kindergarten by Lisa Robinson, published by Two Lions, read by Miss Heidi. On the first day of kindergarten, Emma raided her sea chest. Treasure map, check. Spyglass, check. Cutlass, check. She was ready to set sail. If only Captain Chew, the roughest, toughest, awesomest preschool pirate captain ever, could see her now. After a stormy crossing, Emma finally dropped anchor at school. She scanned her treasure map. Kindergarten, ho! But instead of boarding the kindergarten ship, she sailed into preschool. Ahoy, Captain Chew! Emma hollered. Ahoy! Good to see you, Emma, said Mrs. Chew. But the kindergarten classroom's down the hall. Emma peered through her spyglass. Wrong classroom, wrong cubbies, wrong toys. Worst of all, wrong captain. Pirates don't go to kindergarten, said Emma. Ocean's rough today, said Captain Chew. Batten down the hatches, mateys. I'm rowing this sailor to her new ship. Emma, meet Captain Hayes. She's in charge of this spaceship. Welcome. You're just in time for liftoff, said Miss Hayes. Emma leaped into the gangway and started through the hatch. Stars? Planets? Rocket ships? It wasn't the high seas, but maybe with a few changes here and there, it could work. But a new captain? No. Arr, Emma growled. You'll never take me alive. Splash. Emma swam back to Captain Chew's ship. Thump, clump, she stomped her peg leg. Scrunch, splat, she dug for doubloons and scattered sand. Yo ho ho, she sang at the top of her lungs. Pirate Emma, you know the rules, Ms. Chu said. No throwing sand and use your inside voice, please. Pirates don't follow rules. A kindergartner poked her head through the portal. Miss Hayes needs a hand feeding the guinea pig. Can Emma come? Hi, Daniela, said Ms. Chu. Emma, they need your help on the other ship. A guinea pig in need? Aye, aye, Captain. Back at the kindergarten spaceship, Daniela gave Emma a tour. She introduced Emma to lots of busy astronauts before taking her to see some special cargo. Say hello to our guinea pig, Betty. Blimey, she's a pirate pig. I'm going to call her Beastly Betty. After she snuggled and fed the pirate pig, Emma inspected the kindergarten spaceship. There was a nature center, but no Captain Chu to look at seeds with. An art studio, but no Captain Chu to show her paintings to. A reading nook, but no Captain Chu to read books to her. There was even some astronauts doing experiments at a science station, but still no Captain Chu. Pirates don't feed pigs. Splash! Emma swam back to Captain Chu's ship. Emma mustered some mates and seized control of the preschool ship. Mutiny! The pirate band sneered and snarled, whooped and hollered, raced up the rigging and climbed the crow's nests. Then one by one, they fell asleep. Hey, pirates don't take naps! I've come to parley, Ms. Chu, said Ms. Chu. How do I get my ship back? Come with me to kindergarten. But I have to lead this new band of pirates. Then walk the plank. Emma brandished her cutlass. Tie her up, mates. It's time to join your new mates, Ms. Chu said. Kindergarten looks like fun, Emma whispered, but I won't sail with a new captain. Shiver me timbers. Pegleg Emma. Captain Hayes is the finest captain in the universe. Emma slid closer, but she's not you. I miss you too, Ms. Chu hugged Emma. Can pirates visit their old captain and borrow her bandana? Of course. Ms. Hayes rode into the room. We're short one crew member for our spaceship. Can you spare someone brave and strong, like Emma? Heave-ho, shark bait. The astronauts and Beastly Betty need me. Emma swam away from Captain Chu's ship. Splash. Open the shuttle hatch. Pirates do go to kindergarten. Space Pirate Emma reporting for duty.
Tune in next time when our theme will be Fall is Here. I'm Mrs. K.
And I'm Miss Heidi.
See you next time.